guys, welcome back to I Love You Colonel Sanders, the KFC dating sim. In the last episode, we started out as a new student at the University of Cooking Academy of Learning, where we got introduced to our best friend Miriam, our arch enemies Ashley and Van Van the Men Men, and the school heartthrob, the one and only Colonel Sanders. When we got to class, we found out our teacher was a cute little corgi named Sprinkles. There was a pop quiz, but it was pretty easy, and I think we got Sprinkles' favorite in the process. Afterwards, we had a culinary showdown with our classmates where we wowed Colonel Sanders with our mashed potatoes, and things got a little weird. Then Van Van the Man Man's extravagant dish that he was so proud of ended up giving a student food poisoning. I don't really think anyone missed or cared about him, to be honest, which was kinda sad. At the end of our day at school, we got closer to Colonel Sanders and discovered 2 of his ingredients, but they did block those ones out, so we're not too sure what they are. As we made our way home, we also got attacked by a spork monster. After teaming up with Colonel Sanders to take it down, he dropped a cooking grammar, but we were too drained from the fight and passed out soon after. The next morning, we told Miriam about our relationship with Colonel Sanders, but she didn't really seem to believe it. I can't believe she gave me attitude when she was dating a glorified toaster oven. But before we get into it, I just wanted to let you guys know, you could always catch me live playing other games on Twitch. You can find me at twitch.tv/UD0NJIN. It will also be down in the description box below, so you can catch me live and maybe even play a game or two. Without any further ado, let's just get into it. Oh, I remember this part. You fucking gave me attitude because you didn't think I was cool enough for Colonel Sanders, but you fell in love with the toasty. Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You're great. Of course! You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? I don't think that's something we should have said. However, you don't tell her that you know his second ingredient too, which you discovered on your own. Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient? No, that's not our place to say. Yeah, I said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Oh, getting all sassy? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices, secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. This sounds like... Oh gosh. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. Hello? He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I'd ever tasted. Miriam put drugs in the food. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever, anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch, you know, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices. Oh no. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe. And besides, I only know one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. You shouldn't have brought it up, now Miriam's gonna freaking bug you for it. Oh my gosh. Please, please, please. It would mean the world to me. No one has to know where it came from. No one has to know it came from you or from Colonel Sanders. I feel like that's really messed up to share somebody's secret. What do you think? Should I protect Colonel Sanders' secret or share with your bestie? Tell her the ingredient Colonel Sanders told you. Make up a fake ingredient. I don't know, I don't feel like it's right even if that is your best friend, so I'm gonna make up an ingredient. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know, how about... It was I know, sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? I have new. Wow. Her eyes light up, imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity and should move on. However, she immediately turns around and does a thumb up, typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secret ingredients to other people, you're interrupted. Couldn't trust Miriam, I freaking knew it. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school. Where the fuck did the horse come from? I stand back and admire his majestic glory. Run to him. I feel like I would be like, where the hell did the horse come from? Let's go to him. You decide that the best way to show Miriam how serious you and Colonel Sanders are would be to run to him. Surely he'll sweep you up onto the back of a stallion and you'll ride away together. That'll show it good. If he frickin' ignores me... Oh, Colonel, my Colonel. However, your sudden movement surprises the horse and it rears up, kicking you directly in the face. Okay, I feel like I messed up. I messed up. The force of the blow completely knocks you out cold. Well, in the darkness you see a vision. Ooh! Uranjin, I'm here to deliver you a message. Not this guy. Yeah, this is the guy that got poisoned by Van Van. It is important that you remember this exactly as they say it. If you forget, the world could end, so you know it's serious. I like how he doesn't still have a name, Ghost of Student. I've been trapped in a realm beyond, but a great prophecy relies on my return. Only you can save me. All you need to do is repeat my name 3 times. And that name is... But before he can continue, you suddenly awake. Aw, jeez. You wake to find Colonel Sanders tending to you. He roused you back to life with a satchel of secret spices, or is that just his natural seasoned musk? Oh my gosh! Compliment the craftsmanship of his horse's shoes. Lean in for a kiss. I feel like it might be... I freaking get rejected and running up to the horse didn't help me, so compliment the horse. Maybe he shouldn't be riding a horse to school, and maybe you shouldn't be running up to animals you don't know. It's hard to say who was in the wrong here. But one thing is for sure, that Colonel Sanders is pretty dreamy. That horse has beautiful shoes. That sounds so freaking awkward. I could really feel how smooth and sturdy they were when they were pressing into my face. That's nice to hear. No one truly appreciates good craftsmanship anymore. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your 2 rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad. Also, they're the reason why I got attacked. You try and get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder. But he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Tell them to stop acting immature, act like you're not interested in them, but really try and get a closer look. I feel like... Hi. What if I try to get a closer look, then I'll know what they're doing. What if I tell them to be the bigger person? You immediately dress the rivals down for their immature behavior. Culinary school is to be respected. This kind of nonsense is a waste of everyone's time. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you know a good meal if it ate you. So they did fricking summon something. You know what, Van Van, you fricking poisoned someone, bitch. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what it was they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the Spork monster. That's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall and they're toasting potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. Oh, Tozzy, hello? We're playing! Hey! Before you could dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep beep. Oh, it's a toaster. Clank, you must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bulls. You watch how you talk to him, he didn't do anything. Bzz, Mom. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Well, Bob. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Ribs. I feel like he's cussing him out. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. That's what you fucking get, you bullhole. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazy men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Stop being Angela. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right? Oh my gosh, it's gonna be Dwight and Andy fighting over Angela all over again. Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got a lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I could help you with your business plan. Just then, Pringles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Why does he look scared? Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. Cookies are so cute with their little sausage legs. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly, he loves it. Pringle stops in his tracks and sniffs the air around you. Something has him in a trance. It's the scent left on you from Colonel Sanders. Pringles jumps on you and licks your face. Down, boy, down. Off topping. That command shouted by Colonel Sanders has snapped Sprinkles out of his trance. I wonder what's up with that. Sorry, I got a little carried away. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken! You want to pay attention to the lesson, truly you do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was the chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, naturally this appears to you to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? A shimmering pepper, we're gonna choose that. A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in a most eye-catching way. So naturally, you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. Oh, my friend! Ooh. This guy again. I'm here to give you an important message. Ooh. You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... Cough, cough. I was saying, to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is... Cough, cough. Sorry, I think I've still got some spice stuck in my throat. Nobody cares about this dude, huh? It's fine, I'll work through. To fulfill... I feel so bad for him. The prophecy. Cough, 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 cough. You feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Aw, man. You come to and find everyone staring at you. That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever! You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. Well, I messed up. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you. Someday? Come on, it's time for lunch! Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim. And your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via timed competition. What? Via timed competitive cook-off. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Demand they stop wasting everyone's time, step up and tell them you're on. You're on! A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it. Sweet? I'm not the fool, you're the fool. Fool? Good one, Van Van. I like your gumption. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkles steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. No, Sprinkles wants to see blood. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sporting court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least, not until we turn on the timer! I knew it. Sprinkles is vicious. Timer ready. And a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, timer ready. That's what I'm talking about. Aru! I sound corrected. I knew it. Sprinkles' cute little demeanor. Out for blood. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me. In case anyone was wondering, I hope its message lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. You know what, Ashley? I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken, and you made mashed potatoes with gravy on day 1, and you're feeling like you could really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. The same recipe twice? Think fast, if the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. What temperature does water boil at? It always boils at 100%. Ah, fuck! Oh my fuck! What were you thinking? Get your head in the game. You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. 11. Yes! That's right, you might know all of the ingredients. You might not know all of the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Can't read today. Tail wagging intensifies. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? Gratitude. That's right, you must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You'd better pick up the pace if you want to survive. I'm trying! The timer's stressing me out. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Now would be a great time to harness that energy, so where does it come from? Well done, shoulder variant, deepening. Oh, fuck's sake! That was too fast. I was reading. This is a horrible time to start forgetting important things. Don't I know it? You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. I'm trying. Kind of success. Sizzling! What the fuck? Don't make me get the spray bottle sprinkles, please. Is this the end? I think I might have poisoned someone like Van Van. Try again? Okay, we're trying again. At least they give me the fucking opportunity to prove myself. Let's go. I think it's 10 seconds after you turn the heat up. What the fuck? Okay. I think we're gonna lose again. I'm getting my head in the game. 11. I know I got that right. Gratitude. I got that one right too. Let's go, let's go. Dreams are born. That's right, this is your shot. You're not going to miss it. Sweet, sweet. Silence. That's right. When they taste your cooking, they will be so taken with it they'll be unable to speak. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you. Thanks. Thankfully I only missed one. He's actually cheering you on. Oh. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing. Fuck's sake. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. Not the horse. The horse will be my downfall. How many spoonfuls of gravy will you... Oh my fuck! Or you think you get your mind back into competition? It's going too fucking fast. Then desert animal only one dessert cookbook. Which do you take? What a You know this game is trolling me. I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focusing on the challenge or falling behind? Fuck, they're all about Colonel Sanders. What does that have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? I don't know, Sprinkles. I don't know. You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes! Oh my freaking god. I threw it at Clank. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. Oh, Clank! He's smiling, he's helping me. You might not have any hands, but she does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough, you know, when it's mixed properly. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand in the mixer and rescue your dough before it's overmixed. No! But you're not fast enough and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quick spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. I'm freaking disfigured! And mangled. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. Is no one gonna take me to the freaking hospital? Well, wait. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone stop what you're doing right now. This battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Aw, that's too bad. And here I am with a complicated dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two. On account of her injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. It actually looks nice. I'm going to ask her to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring the creamer on this delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours a hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you find a delicate fried cheese croquette atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry jelly. That looks really nice. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you. As he places a sauce-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Internalize the rage you feel. Put yourself between Colonel Sanders and Ashley. Whatever, just stand there. Don't be dramatic. Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off of your face, which means people have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester. Perhaps forever. What? Well, I think I may have messed up. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run for the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. Oh my gosh. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fire. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you. Enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome sure. I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight. What the hell? This is escalating so much. And I lost my innocence when I picked up a firearm and put a bullet in my rival. He survived. For a while anyhow. What the hell? Colonel Sanders is getting wild. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together. Which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepared for the worst. It's the Spark Monster! Virgo, the Spark Monster, is here to fight a hero. Drink my coffee. Oh, shit. Drink my coffee. Is anyone here? Is anyone feeling a bit of deja vu? I'm adding my own words. Goodness. I'm sorry, Gurko, but I could have sworn we already battled you last night. That was Borko, my twin, and Borko, I'm here to avenge them. Are you stronger than Borko? Well, we're twins, so... No, not really. We're pretty much exactly equal in every way. Why do you ask? Hello? You should have lied and been like, hell yeah. Colonel Sanders smirks. He's already on the same page as you. It's just that we beat Borko pretty easily, so I don't think you have much of a chance. Not to mention, I feel really guilty about that. If I could take it back, I would. I think what Uranjin is saying is that can't we just be friends? Life's too short for making enemies. I suppose we really don't need to fight. It's just that I've got these pointy teeth and claws. All the better for enjoying tasty foods. Surely you like to eat, don't we all? Of course I do. Hello, we just killed your brother. Inspiration strikes and you come up with a quick idea. Chomp on this! You toss a biscuit into Gorgo's open mouth and he devours it in one gulp. Delicious! You're much nicer than the evil students who once upon a time turned me into this creature who stands here today. Did we just kill a student? I don't believe it! You were human once? Oh no, I was a chihuahua. But I was still a student at this school. Until one day, some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me and I was forever transformed. A magic spellbook. Oh gosh, we took out a chihuahua. Precisely. Borko used to have a copy, but somewhere along the way, I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef, and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear, I will be there. It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. You and I together are sure to defeat them. Sweet! Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. A personal invite. You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like. But it sounds like you're about to find out. Stepping inside Colonel Sanders' home, surrounded by things, you start to feel a special bond with him. I wonder what that candle smells like. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Are you using the KFC wood? Smells like fried chicken when you burn it. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. Is it meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy? Both, perhaps? Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him or keep it a secret just for you? He kinda told us the secret, so should we? This I'm actually not sure. You wouldn't screw me over, would you, Colonel Sanders? Let's reveal it. You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw! The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Lux hideaway. Magnificent! Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Oh, I love coleslaw too. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? He's gonna try to deconstruct the recipe. Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize that now would be a perfect time to do some snooping. Then again, we're all going behind everybody's backs and trying to figure out recipes, I guess. Makes sense. Around the room are various items you can take a closer look at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about Colonel. Little baby Colonel! An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor. From the goatee and mustache combo he sports, you figure that this must be Colonel Sanders himself. Baby got frickin' facial hair. That, or maybe it's a drumstick that he seems to be waving like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of just themselves? Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of the company they founded. Am I right? Okay, more items. What is this? An urn? Oh, it is! You take a closer look at a large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lie the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." How dramatic! Poor guy. What is that? A safe? This must be where it keeps the secret recipe. You think for a moment what number is important to Colonel Sanders, then it dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial to 111111, the space opens. Inside it, you find a single note. What the fuck? Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? That's how you die. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. What is that? Is that a comb? I don't think a comb is gonna help. This. His friend. One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a little bit like Colonel Sanders, standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheering them. Where are the fried chicken drumsticks? Where's the cheering? You look closely and see there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. Is there a limit on how many things I could touch? Because I want to see what's behind this door. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off its hanger and try it on. You don't just wear other people's clothes without asking. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his sun. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he's been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks you why you're wearing his sweater. Or his jacket. I can explain, I swear. I don't usually loan these out, but I must say it does look good on you. Oh, are we a thing now? That's a sign, right? Oh crap, the jacket. Yup, we're a thing. You forgot to take it off. You decide that now is your moment to make a big move. Tell them that you're cold, you fess up to the truth. It's time for the big move. Like, whoa, 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 this isn't that kind of game. I just get called out by the game. Not that we blame you for trying. But still, why would you put that option? Game over? Well, I thought you could read it for case added. It's a dating sim. Okay, since we didn't look at the candle and some of the other stuff, we'll look at those now. A scented candle, you pick it up and try to identify the smell. It's fried chicken or gravy. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating in a lake? Summer of 69? No, it's one of the secret recipe ingredients. It's blank! Cumin. I'm assuming it's cumin. Chicken? You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on a corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real. Taxidermy must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. A little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." Tap on an item to discover more about Colonel. A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silvery in color. It's actually made of spun silver. What? What? His hair is made out of silver? The photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt. Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices. Yes. I believe that too. You gaze out the window across the vast lake and mountain range beyond. Just then, the ghost of Student pops up. Again? Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death? Wait, what? I've never even learned your name, why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now, wait. Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window a crack and the ghost of Student is swept out with the breeze. Nobody cares about it, it's so sad. This, I think we need that, cause right. Oh wait, no, I just talked about the chicken sashimi, it wasn't a secret recipe. This is what triggers him to come back. He's gonna catch us in his jacket, and this time we can't put on the moves. Cause that's game over. Aww. What? Now I know. You tell him you're cold. There you go. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to intrude. I just got a little cold and thought this might warm me up. Colonel Sanders smiles and scoots close to the fireplace. It's warm by the fire, why don't you come a little closer? You know what, you're baiting me, cause it freaking ended the game when I tried to put moves. Suddenly, everything feels like it's moving too fast. Final exams are tomorrow and you should be thinking about what you're going to cook. I should be home studying. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes? I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence. Wait. Oh, so cute. Oh my freaking gosh. You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. In some jurisdictions, blank isn't even legal. But if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Oh. Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. Oh, that looks really good. That looks very good. You taste Colonel Sanders' food and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? Flatter him. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pull in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Oh, business partner, could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning awaits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. That poster's very cute. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something happened to you. It's okay, But now it turns out that you're fine. I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Miriam and the toaster. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date! I think I can believe that. Since I'd been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course I told him you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah sure, I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends. But things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she just say skydiving? As if that's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker? And now I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however. Bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too. Back to Colonel Sanders' house where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened but the emotional connection. Wowzers. Miriam offers to support you no matter what you do. Together with your bestie, you feel like you could do anything. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because you know, he's Pop. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one right away. I'll have my swirlies with sprinkles, please. Wait, Sprinkles is a dog and a treat. You can get your swirly dip too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school. There is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You've got some nerve suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words and I won't have it. You clench your face, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince in pain. Doesn't look like you could go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up. Ever! Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are getting close to a boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? How's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail. Winning is so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? Don't be jealous, nobody likes that. But what about the flavor of my delicate warm gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say, it was bland. Excuse me, I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Oh, maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spellbook you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, that's that book! It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grammar, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grammar like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open a page, covered with arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency. It says around the edges of the page. I could use a spell here that says it will erase anyone. I choose from all my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else, like anything else? Not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger. Okay, fine, it is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you and a pretty good excuse to try it out. I don't know, messing with that bad juju, I feel like it'll come back to haunt me. Let's not. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room waiting for students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming up, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry. Reach for some old homework to give him a snack. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. We will wait. Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses in on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence! I told you never to come back here, Terrence! I will destroy you, Terrence! Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off his face. I wish we could understand dogs. I feel like it would be like that, yes. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again. After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professorial tone. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see... But before he could go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by words and sparks coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it for after class. Uh-oh. The toaster's getting mad. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger? Oh, he got jealous. Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises. Oh, he is steaming. But no, you had to show off to your cool friends. Jeff and John. J&J forever. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date. Oh, what is he saying? Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you paddle down the mountain or off a cliff for all I care. Oh, well, is this a breakup? That beat. Aw. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps in his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. Oh my gosh, did he explode? No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that Clank. Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it's not entirely clear where it came from. Oh my gosh. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. That is awkward. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't get distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam. I'm still working on the title, but I think you could get it. As time approaches, see you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey Miriam, are you okay? Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke. Even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rustling through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me? Of course not. Well, maybe, sorta, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Papa Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. Exactly, girl. Work it. Own it. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup. And I bet that Professor Dog is gonna love it. While you were pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay. Because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You've decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge, a test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. And a chance to beat the pants off of Van Van, the supposed man-man, and his eviler counterpart Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on. My famous chicken pot pie. Wait! After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. What are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. We gotta fess up. I'm not gonna let it burn. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know, my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. Dude, strong nose. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You know it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all-butter crust. Pot pies are freaking amazing. I love them. I don't really get to have them, but when I do, they're usually great. I had them when I was younger, and my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? But no, I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. It'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Whoa! Oh, I wish I had pot pie right now. Oh my gosh. I should make some one day. It's the best It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules, that is, except to cook with everything you've got. Let the match begin! You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes for their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect, his original recipe, fried chicken. The intensity of the room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg whoosh! Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend, Buster Blaster! Van Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roll! I like how they dropped that in there. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula! Even Clank gets into it. $5 pressure point cook. What? 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique? You freaking talk? Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? Exactly. It's the singularity, as was foretold. We mustn't let it happen or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out of the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spellbook out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? Yes, she will. Yes, she will. You've got your own book and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? Do it the hard way. I feel like it's gonna backfire. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you! Thanks. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you. Since we were little kids. Because I'm your best friend forever. Miriam's such a good friend. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but... Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. It's the secret ingredient. However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up. And where in the world did she get Eye of Newt from? What the fuck, Miriam? You're screwing me over. The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. Frickin' Miriam! It is I, Steve, the spork monster. Steve! Wait, what happened to Gorko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We spork monsters are many. I think Gorko had the day off. Well, you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle, so I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the Spork Monster notices that you've got the Grimer stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscross some magical items and accidentally summon me, huh? Yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was a little... just when I was a little spork pup. Back in the old country. So all the spork monsters are like puppies. You can feel Spork Monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should just watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand. It's kind of like that time in monster school that I had fallen asleep during scare tactics class. And when I woke up... You toss a serious stare at Steve and he takes the hint. Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck! Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. You summon extra power from deep within yourself, give up and drop out of culinary school. We never give up. Believe in yourself. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your head turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure, my hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for... Yes, you are the chosen one, you will avenge me. The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery! You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. I'm going Super Saiyan. You know that with this power you can do anything. Except turn back time. Which would be super useful because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. Why? But don't worry. You may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting? If we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union. Time's up, students! With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop? Plank? From off-screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. Hey, I'm flying! It sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside of the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. That sounds like it would frickin' hurt. Pop, get down from there right now! Let me guess, did Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? You're such a dick. I thought a wedgie was a salad. It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs. May I be excused? Cut off the circulation. You kids and your pranks. I must say it's not the worst prank in UCS AL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second, pranks, clank. Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature word beep or other onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish. I made tender udon noodles in a savory soup. Oh, it's so tiny! So intricate. My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Narutomaki I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl? Yes, Chef. Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. I took... Yes, Sprinkles, and some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime! Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on, I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself. I don't think there's even enough food for everyone to try it. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much, it was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+, rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives a huge hug. Thank you for helping me to believe in myself. Of course! Van, you're up. I hope he flops. Now describe your dish. I made uni over smooth egg custard in an axe-hewn urchin shell topped with caviar. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second, different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni but can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof woof. Please be gentle with my cuisine. Oh yeah, Sprinkles doesn't like it. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Ouch! My tongue! The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. Oh, is he gonna kill Sprinkles? I can't eat this. It keepeth poking my tongue. Disqualified. Good. A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? Oh, of course, especially since the tester is a dog. Dejected, Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified for glamour? Don't discount simplicity. This isn't the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know. Yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student! Ashley, it's time to step up. Now describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rosewater syrup, topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. This looks amazing! Oh my gosh. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask you to please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Hello? Don't eat the food? At a cooking school? Got toast in your ears or something? I told you, it's a display piece. Ashley, I must say, it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. Hello girl, of course I need to try it. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating School for the Hungry. My Sprinkles is tired for shit. I suppose you could smell it, if you absolutely insisted. But don't breathe too hard, you might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. Yeah, Ashley was kind of a bitch. This isn't the last you've heard of me either. If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cook, step up together. 2 chefs? What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. That looks so good. Oh my gosh. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this. This thing. And completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. What? You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. Like that meme. Also like that, the show. Look under your chair, you get a pass, everyone gets a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win! I'm gonna try that now. I'm gonna order some KFC mac and cheese one day with some chicken tenders and mix it all up. I'm pretty sure it'll be amazing. Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even the Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnificent fragrance. And they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl. They admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone is passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment to get the groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog is in the house! Cute! I wish he changed his outfit though. You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villain. That is a cute outfit, aren't you? For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws. How many kids died at the school? I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. What the hell? Oh, amusing. And now that everyone is together, it's the Spark Monster. He has totally mellowed out. Everyone, the Spark Monster is no more. From here on out, I'd prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name, Party Monster. Yuden tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Spark. Sorry, Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and now she's gonna do great. A carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? I know who. Oh, what the fuck? I thought it was Colonel Sanders. It's Pop! He's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for a good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat. A crown? Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma. So we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. What? That completely caught me off guard. Oh, now I get it. And we get a new wing on the school. Not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such. The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparkling and electrical hissing. It's Clank, who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Well, he's still doing the talking thing, right? I am Clank, and I'm not of this earth. I'm actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? I thought you were a glorified toaster oven. What? Exactly. I feel like I knew this whole time. Now that I've learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me? Oh, I don't know what to say. It's like a proposal. Besides, no, obviously. I've just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear that she has managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand, kind of. Humans are weird. They really are. A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates. Hello. Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time, it's a full meal. Oh, he's in a regular shirt. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. I love KFC. The end? Question mark? Oh, what do you mean by that? Oh. They're trying to signal that I should get KFC. No, it's not the end. Oh yeah, I got baited. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. What are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, oh, I don't know, a spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Of course! Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'll be so glad to spend it together with you. How sweet, we'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself. That's cool. But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be? You found a love connection, but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef. Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love? The life of an entrepreneur. I suppose I could enroll at pastry school. Oh, my dear, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end. Yeah, I feel like we'll be a really good pastry chef. Look out, days were very good at cooking and kept distracting us during class. So I think that's it for today, guys. This marks the final episode of I Love You, Colonel Sanders. So for my final thoughts on this game. Starting off with the graphics, I actually really liked the art style. The intro caught me off guard, but it was pretty cool to feel like I was watching an anime even for just a short bit. So I gave the graphics an 8 out of 10. The audio didn't feel like anything special and was just kind of there to fill the silence. While there are some dating sims where the characters would occasionally have voice lines to hint at their personalities, this one did not. So if you're not too big into reading blocks of text, this one may not be for you. Therefore, I gave the audio a 1 out of 10. The story didn't make much sense and it didn't leave me feeling like I wanted to come back for more. With that being said, I felt clickbaited thinking you could actually make Colonel Sanders your boyfriend. But when I tried to make a move, I got slapped with the game over text and scolded. Although it was a good laugh, I felt like the decisions I made weren't as impactful as compared to other games in the same category, so I gave the story a 3 out of 10. The gameplay was like your standard dating sim. You mainly just point and click to choose your answers, so for the difficulty I gave it a 1 out of 10. For the amount of time I spent playing this game, it only took me about 2 hours to finish. Even though everything felt very rushed, it was still a fun and casual game to pass the time with. So I gave it a 1 out of 10. As for the price and if it was worth the buy, it was free and there were some enjoyable moments throughout it all. So I gave it a 10 out of 10. For an overall rating, I gave this game a 4 out of 10 Udon score. Just because I feel like even though it was funny, I wouldn't say I'd play it again just to see what alternate endings I could have gotten. It was, however, a very good marketing tactic, because it definitely left me wanting to get some KFC for myself. And on that note, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe to my channel. I hope you all have an awesome day, and I will see you all next time in the next video.